I know it's been a while since I've posted videos. I'm sorry for that. I just haven't had ideas lately that felt like good videos to make because I'd post questions and not a lot of people are answering it, so that tells me there's not a lot of interest. And I don't know, struggle with burnout whenever I do try to make videos. So I just figured let's make more videos by just making smaller discussion videos that serve as like vlogs. Maybe I'll make it more of a vlog in the future, but right now it's just gonna be me chatting with you, so you can minimize this tab with my silly gremlin face and watch something else or multitask. But so for today's topic is, if you've watched my past videos, by the way, if you hear water in the background, that's the new cat fountain that the shelter kindly drove over when they drove litter for the cats, so that was very kind of them. So I'm still job searching. It's been close to 8 months. It'll be 8 months in a week, which is fucking wild. And it's like, I know the market's bad and it's not totally my fault, but I don't know. On one hand, I am trying more things and trying different things to do better with the job hunt. So I am continuing to try other things, but improving how I tailor my resume, getting in a habit of reaching out once I do apply for jobs, reaching out to people who work at the company. I'm improving my system because before it was really overwhelming to be tailoring my resume for every job. So for every job I applied to, because I would apply to many, because basically the biggest issue I was having is that the job I had is a rare job to find as being an exact match. I was working in technology compliance, and that seems like something most big companies especially would have. But however different big companies do tech compliance, it's certainly not something that they offer at my level apparently. I guess they roll it up into other people's jobs because I just don't see much governance work is what they call it. So that's been difficult. So what I've done is I've tried to apply to jobs that match as much as possible the skills. Jobs where my skill set applies, I've been trying to apply to those as much as possible. And the issue with that is because volume, people say different things about volume. Oh, you should focus on applying to just jobs that you match with well. Or, oh, you should apply to, it's a numbers game. Different people have different opinions about that. When I told my friends who are all over the job spectrum as far as experience, they agreed that what I did do in my last job was kind of rare. I would have to more so aim at showing people that I had transferable skills, which is what I've been aiming for. I've been applying a lot of things and trying to make the case that I have a lot of transferable skills. But it's really hard because one of the main things I'm aiming for is being a business analyst, and I'll apply for junior roles when I see them, but there's Charlotte in the background. The issue is that I apply for these, you might want to look away, she's using the litter box, just kidding. But the issue is I've been trying to apply for business analyst jobs, but requirements gathering, it's something that I've done in unofficial ways in my past job, taking notes about what various stakeholders want and turning that into deliverables, reports on my end, or completing data analysis according to their requirements. But it's not something I did in an official business analyst way. And I think that's a big thing that people want, a business analyst to have real past experience doing. And so again, I've applied to project coordinator work too, but I don't think I probably don't have enough official project coordinator experience within what I did to count as that either. I guess the closest profile, if you will, that I meet as far as what I did from what I've done, from what I did in my last job, the closest very common traditional job that I had was probably a data analyst, but that job apparently is being quickly taken over by AI / more experienced people, and there's programming involved in a lot of those roles, and that's okay, but I'm not the best programmer. So to sum it up, I've been in a complicated situation of just my real profile, my real experience doesn't align all that well to different experiences. And yes, I can tailor my resume to whatever job, but the problem is, in most cases, I really have to stretch what experience I've had I would have to stretch really a lot what experience I actually had to fit whatever profile I'm applying to well. I don't know, I feel like such a smart ass stretching out the specific examples I have of doing project coordinator role within my past job, because it was one big project that I could really pull experience from. And there were other smaller projects, but as well, that I worked on in a project coordinator type position for it, but they were all pretty much the same thing. I was like going to different stakeholders, asking them about specific things that I was asking them about specific data amount. I was asking them about specific technology compliance efforts. Hey, your team has these many out-of-date software builds that you guys need to update less on. I'll say you have these many tickets that have been open for 5 days past your agreed upon SLA. Like, basically, that was what I did, but it's hard to really make a strong argument for how that really ties in well to a more traditional project coordinator path. So that's been the struggle I've had lately in doing work, is in job search, is making any kind of case for my work. And it doesn't help that I've been dealing with burnout. I was already feeling burnt out for a while I was working the job I was working, mainly because I wasn't learning anything new. This is a very rambly video. I hope people get something out of it. But the title, I promise I'll get to the title, but treat this as a coffee chat and I will get to what's in the title, I promise. Basically, I'm trying to search for, I'm open to whatever, as far as I am down to learn new skills. I am so down to learn new skills, learn the AI technology the company wants to use. I just hope that, because AI is everywhere, unfortunately, just complaining about it isn't really going to solve the problem. And I have to make money. There are other ways to make money, but the easiest way to get back to work for me is working a corporate job, and that means learning AI. I've been using AI, and I don't know how much of my audience loves or hate AI, but to be honest, but that's kind of where I am. I get that AI does shitty things, AI art, but it is where our society is going, so I'm down to learn AI. I'm down to learn any other technology. I'm very open at this point to where my career is going, to be perfectly honest. I give people a goal if they ask me what my career aspirations are, but as far as what my actual goal is, I'm pretty open at this point. I'm not married to anything. But in this economy, people aren't really receptive to that per se. They want you to actually have an answer of what do you want to do for work. So what do I want to do? I don't know. But I want to learn new skills. That is something I want to do. I want to keep building on my skills. I'm open to wherever my career ends up taking me based off of essentially who gives me a chance to use the skills that I have built so far in a new role. So that's where I am right now. That's where my mindset is, and I'm good with that. So in that vein, it does feel like, because I know that I probably could be doing better technically to tailor my resume to these different jobs, because tailoring every different bullet so that it actually makes sense to whatever role, that just felt overwhelming until I found that Gemini actually can do a really good job tailoring my bullets for this resume that the second career coach I hired provided. I don't know if I mentioned in a past video, but first career coach, long story short, didn't really work out, wasn't really helpful. And then my second career coach team, it's a whole team with people with different specialties in the job search area, and they made a good resume, but I found that Gemini, because I was using ChatGPT and it went down last Friday, and I tried Gemini, and Gemini can actually do really well, tailoring my resume. So that's pretty cool. So Gemini is tailoring my resume now, and it does really well. I just have to, put everything in bullet by bullet and make sure the formatting's right. So that's actually really been helpful. It takes a longer time, but I feel more confident now about the bullets I am putting in, and feel more confident about the applications I'm putting in. And I'm kicking myself in the foot that it's taken me this long to get to a point where I'm fully tailoring my resume bullet points again. Because I have been, for most of my job search, whatever resume I was using, also tailoring the bullet points, because I would tell ChatGPT, I gave ChatGPT the list of specific things I did at my past job, which was a corporate job at Freddie Mac, and I gave ChatGPT the list of things I did, asked it to remember that list, use it to tailor my resume bullets so that to match whatever job description I gave it. And I even just said, when I say try this and paste the job description, that's what I want you to do. And I've taught Gemini to do that too. So that's what I'm doing, and I don't know, the whole point of this video, hopefully getting closer to the title now. Basically, I'm providing ChatGPT, now I'm providing Gemini. I am trying to tailor my resume fully, especially now I'm doing full resume tailoring. I'm tailoring my resume so that it fits whatever job description, and I'm just waiting for somebody to essentially take a chance on me. And in the past especially, I was doing less tailoring and waiting for luck to work out for me, for somebody to find my skills a good enough match for either the role I applied to or another role, which I knew I needed to be smarter about it. I needed to do better tailoring, so I felt more confident in my application. And now I finally am at that point, since I found a way to tailor my bullets in a way that's not overwhelming, so I can still get a lot of applications in, because again, I know that my profile is still not an incredible match for a lot of the jobs I'm applying to. So volume is still probably important, because I'm still not a great match for what I'm applying to for the most part. So I still need to do volume, but now I feel better about the foot I'm putting forward to apply for these jobs. And I have my way of preparing for the interviews for these jobs. I feel like a lot of your ability to do interviews, I feel like, comes from actually practicing by doing actual interviews. Even mock interviews only help so much, because they'll ask you super stereotypical questions, and I just find in actual interviews, you just never know where interviews are going to go. I really appreciate anyone who gives me the time to do a mock interview with me. It's just, I find that when I do especially in this job search, whenever I have done an interview, I haven't really gotten situational questions. The ones where you use the STAR method to answer, like tell me about a time. I get some of those, but a lot more, it could be because I just don't make it to a behavioral interview, or whatever company doesn't do behavioral interviews for whatever reason. They just analyze your behavior or whatever during the interview and see if you fit the vibe or whatever. But I'm dealing with questions about, tell us about how you use this technology that's on your resume, or this technology. Once or twice, they've been expecting that I built dashboards, because I do have Power BI and Tableau on my resume. It's a fair-ish assumption, but the reality is I just did data analysis using those platforms, so I'm familiar with navigating the platforms, but I haven't really built dashboards on them. I have said in the past that I've been learning to build the dashboards to show that I am learning things still. I'm upskilling, but that doesn't seem to be enough. And my friends have given me tips about talking about specific examples of projects that I've been doing. make it seem like I'm actually working for people and building dashboards in a freelance way, in a freelance capacity, to show that I have these skills. So that should be probably what I'm doing in those interviews. And if I do get to an interview where something like that's asked again, I will do better to give that kind of answer. But basically, you can be as prepared as possible for the interview. I feel like how I prepare and combined with the practice I've had with past interviews has been pretty good, has put me in a pretty good position for interviews. And I feel like at this point, with how things are, with the dicey situation I have with my skills, not perfectly matching a lot of these positions, but I'm trying my best to make the argument, to make the case that my skills fit the position well enough. Combined with me doing my best for interviews, I have practiced STAR interview questions and all that. I ramble a bit, as shown in this video, but usually my answers are still around 2 to 3 minutes as far as STAR questions. But at this point, I don't know, it's all stressful, but I try to believe that at this point, it's definitely not completely out of my hands. I'm still going to look for ways to improve my chances and all that, but with how chaotic this has all been, I have to believe that with my situation, because my skills don't match super well, and when interviews they might ask about my experience with blank, and I'm doing my best to give the best answer I can with those questions, not lying, but framing the answer the best way I can to show the best side of myself. Talking about projects I've worked on and tutorials, if I have only worked on tutorials for a technology, so I'm not lying about experience. But I feel like at this point, it's just a matter of I gotta keep putting my foot forward, keep essentially playing the Powerball of applying for jobs, putting my best foot forward, hoping they call me back for an interview, and then doing my best in the interviews. It's all down to that. Gotta keep putting my reps in, repeating the process until it works out. At this point, unless something happens real soon, I'm probably, unfortunately, looking at taking money out of my retirement to continue to live, which sucks, but that might be what has to happen. And there's probably a way I can take it out without penalty. Apparently, if I don't take out the interest money, I just take out what I actually put in, but I would have to ask me about that. But anyway, thank you for watching this ramble. Basically, the bottom line is this job search in 2026 feels like it's basically a matter of continuing to do reps. You're doing exercise and putting up with the punches until something actually works out, until you actually have an interview with someone and you vibe with them and they like your job and you like their job, and that's not the word, but whatever. And then it just works out. Keep figuring out how to improve your strategy. Keep just trying until it works out, unfortunately. Goddamn. I just really hope it's not much longer, because even with the antidepressants and therapy that I started recently, it definitely helps, but God, I want to be done with this chapter of life so I can get back to feeling more like a functional part of society. And it's not like, I don't feel like, I'm worthless if I don't have a job. It's more just, unfortunately, it's hard to participate in society as far as just doing your hobbies, trying new things and all that. It's hard to do all that when you don't have a job and you don't have the money to go on the metro, or for most Americans, put gas in the car, which I hear is very expensive now. Thanks, Trump. Anyway. Hopefully saying Trump in 27 minutes in a video doesn't get this. I am not monetized, but hopefully it's okay to say Trump in a video. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. It's not about Trump or politics. FBI, please don't come after me. Also, hi.